People, sometimes they hear stories like South Africa is good, there you can do whatever you like, you can break loose, there's no rules. Because a lot of African immigrants who are coming here, mostly, they like it because the justice system is not okay, to be honest. Yeah, we have too much weaknesses. Because all these people, if you can ask me, they use the border. You see? Yeah, we've been caught many times. Like me, my job is DSTV. I've been caught with the police, but look now, I was free to walk in the street. Because once they caught you, they don't take you to justice. They deal with you same time. Give me money or something, they let you go. So that's why people like it here. So we just ask one thing. When we go back, when you manage to clean the way you want, please try to fix your justice system. That's only. Mind you, I tell you again, we come here sometimes to find a green pasture. So I'm sure home we'll try to make our own green pasture. Because all Africa, we have a problem. One problem is coming from the government. Yeah. I'm sure even this issue, somehow, it's coming from the top. You see, only they follow the wrong routine to chase us away.
Now, there was a time where South Africans were so nice and welcoming to every African nation, and they didn't mind sharing with them their possession. Oh yeah, the fact that South Africa hosts the most African migrants in Africa, more than any other African country do, shows how hospitable and tolerant South Africans are. But guess what? Nobody is talking about that. Now, some of the migrants or foreigners started biting the very same hand that feeds them. And now South Africans are tired of being victims in their own home. And there have been many occasions where South Africans had wanted to react to these foreigners. But every time they make the attempt to do so, the world and Africa uses the sentiment of xenophobia to gain position, and leaving South Africans in a compromised situation. But this time around, they are saying enough is enough. They are saying we cannot sit down and watch our only nation go down in jeopardy. And so in today's South Africa, where most or some African foreigners turned out to disrespect their host with illegality, lawlessness and disorder, then arise a mob justice. Oh yeah, and this time around, the fighting spirit, the bravado, the resilience and the wisdom of the ancestors who toiled blood and sweat to save this country from ancient oppressors is rested upon the shoulders of a young lady of this generation, and her name is Jacinta Ngobisi Zuma. I have never seen such a well-informed young lady exhibiting courage and intelligence in such a calm manner. Oh my God, oh my God. The bravado this young lady has is out of this world. Listen, whether Africa or the world agree with her views or not, it doesn't deny the fact that Jacinta presents herself as confident, articulate, and composed during interviews. Oh yeah, a true African young lady who puts her life on the line to save her motherland by leading thousands of patriotic citizens to make their voices heard. A woman warrior fighting but without spear, bows, nor arrows, but just words. Sassy, you are a gift not only to South Africa, but Africa as a whole. I call you beauty with brains. I pray that we have 53 of you, one in every country in Africa, and this continent will be a better place for its people to live in.
The ANC had to take the position of saying, we are going to accept the outcomes as it is, and we're going to make sure we prioritize the interest of this country to ensure political stability of our country. And we call other sister countries in the region to do the same. Because when there's political stability, there will be economic prosperity. So we are ready to have those conversations. And we also appreciate that South Africans cannot carry the burden of their country being stable. And there are those who will say, oh, you benefited from the hospitality of your sister countries during your fight against apartheid. Yes, we benefited. You tell us that it's more than 30 years, so we cannot go back and complain about apartheid and say the the difficulties of service delivery are inherent. Why is the same conversation not being asked? It's more than 30 years that the South African government, the apartheid government, has ended even destabilizing countries of the African region. Why are they not being asked to ensure their own political stability? There's no apartheid government that is destabilizing any country now. 32 years. So we must all take responsibility of ensuring political stability in our own countries, and we must work together collectively to ensure economic prosperity of the African continent. There's no single country that will carry the burden of others, because that country will itself collapse. It is for that reason that South Africa were committed to supporting the initiatives in Angola on the development of the Lobito corridor. We have mobilized our South African investment companies to make sure that we support the development of the Lobito corridor. There's nobody, there's no country in the West or in the East that can have the interest of developing the African continent more than South Africa. And we must show it by investments in our own, through our own companies.
You leave South Africa. In Alexandra, residents have mobilized with marches underway, voicing frustrations over illegal immigration, unemployment, crime, and competitions for jobs and for opportunities within the informal economy. Protesters, some under heavy police monitoring, are calling for stricter enforcement of immigration laws and prioritization of locals. Earlier marches in the townships obviously saw some foreign-owned shops being closed temporarily.
South Africa! South Africa! Woo!
We're taking back our country, Amandla.
And she's South African, guys. She's not like some American or whatever trying to.
No.
Tell them.
Kwere futeke man.
That's
South Africa. And that's South Africa.
Kwere foot sick. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna post it. Yeah. Anything else you want to say to South Africans?
We're gonna take this country back for the future generation, guys. We're gonna make this country as beautiful as it is already is. Taking the shit back.
Yeah, guys.
It is ours.
It is. Anyway, guys, we will see if the South African government, how many 600 million they have.
Yeah, we'll see. They'll keep showing the money, showing the money. It's fine, eh?
Yeah?
You will come.
Right?
They've got so much money. Every month, 600 million is coming, please. Every month, 600 million.
Every week.
Yeah, every week.
No, don't give them a month.
Yeah.
Every week.
Every week.
6 million must come, I want to say.
Yeah, because you can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh, look. You want to say hello to the people?
Hello people, I'm here Thomas Maroy. Today I'm with Mars Datula Dave, and we fight for our kids' future and our rights as humans in South Africa. No foreigner. How it work in a government where a query got more rights than a South African? You must tell me, government, please. Then we must describe that law. We must take that law out of the law book, because a South African got more rights than a foreigner. Because how are we going to work? At the end of the day, we're going to become jobless for foreigners. No, government. Pull up your socks, pull up your things, and let me take this thing forward. We can't live like that. We are South African. We are not, how I can say, Malala pipes.
Yeah, and we have nowhere to go, guys. This is the only country we have.
Guys, from now on, South Africa yonke, for as long as every Thursday is a match.
Everybody is entitled to live in this country, just like you.
Nobody's entitled to anything.
Like you.
You pay taxes here. Do you pay taxes here?
This entire corridor is full of people that do not pay taxes.
But this is not,
you stop selling drugs here, all right?
Who's selling drugs?
Yes or no, is this your rap sheet? Criminal sale of narcotics, possessing a controlled substance.
Welcome to Canal Street in New York City, an infamous location where you can buy counterfeit luxury items for cheap, and it used to be just a few sellers, primarily the Chinese from Chinatown, and it wasn't that big of a deal. However, now the entire area has been taken over by African men from West Africa who came here illegally from years prior and have flooded the streets and break the law each and every single day as they defraud the American tax system and make it unsafe for women.
You're gonna get in trouble.
I'm gonna get in trouble?
Yeah.
And now locals have to avoid the area as these men flood these streets, and they are making tens of thousands of dollars completely tax-free. How much money does somebody make here on Canal Street selling fake Gucci?
I sell in 2 months. I make
20,000.
And as America's biggest city has become lawless, I have a history with these illegal vendors, as they once jumped my cameraman and I, they then got deported allegedly, and now are back on the streets committing the same crimes.
Okay, so there's this woman, farm owner, that employed 23 illegal foreigners with no paperwork, no documentation or anything like that. Now, what pisses me off about this situation, right, is that a lot of white people in South Africa are very quick to employ illegal foreigners with no documentation, no paperwork whatsoever. But then when farm murders happen and illegalities happen and crime happens, then white South Africans are so quick to jump and scream white genocide, you know, and try and blame that on our South African black population. Now, this is a conversation to be had, though. Now, the thing is, I don't condone violence whatsoever, okay? I want to address the white South Africans in our country. If you are employing illegal foreigners because you don't want to pay minimum living wages, you are the problem in our country, and you are contributing towards the unemployment of our youth in South Africa. Because say what you want, but the unemployment rate has been at its peak now, more so ever than what it has been in the past. And we have actually seen with the March and March situation, people getting jobs. A few people that I also know of contacted me too, and they're like, I finally got a job. I finally got a job. It's absolutely ridiculous.